Hi there and welcome back to another tutorial by Rive Sound. So in this one I'm going to show you exactly how we can create an ambient sounds. You can use these sounds for games, films, or even your music. You can use it for various stuff. So we're only using Ableton's built-in effects, which will be the echo. And inside that there is a noise generator that we're going to mess around with, so stick to it. Okay, so I've already opened up echo here. So, and in this one we have the delay time left and right, as you know it from other delay plugins. So here we can take off that is syncing, and here we have the sync. We can turn that off, so we have that time in milliseconds. You can actually also go to this visual square here where you can just click and drag it, so you can also affect that. Down here we have, we can choose the delay to be dotted or notes, so triplets or 16th. And here we actually mess around with the offset of that delay. And we have the input, and then if we crank it up and crank the output down, for example, we turn this D on, which is the dry signal, so we can actually distort the dry signal. And this down here is Ö. It's an O with a line in it, and Ö in Danish. So that's rød grød med fløde, for example. Can you say that? Ø, ø, å. Rød grød med fløde. So that is basically the it inverts the phase of the feedback signal. We're not gonna mess around with that in this tutorial, so just gonna do this back again. So down here in the arrow we have the filter section, so we can add a filter to the delay. I'm just gonna roll off some of the high frequencies here, and yeah, in this section we have the reverb. We can choose, do we want it post, pre, or feedback. I'm just gonna leave it here. The decay time of that, and we choose if we want it to be ping pong, mid-side, or stereo. Let's go for ping pong. I'll show you how that sounds in the next steps. Here we have the modulation. We just have 6 different waves that we can choose from. This, the sine wave. And if we click and drag it down, for example, we change the rate of that, of the LFO here. And we can add some LFO to the filter, the modulation here as well. We will mess around with that later on. The interesting part of this plugin here is the character section, and we're only gonna focus on one thing here, and that is the noise and 2 things, I'm sorry. Noise and the wobble. So let's just crank up the amount of the noise generator in here. You see, already we have some sort of a room tone or ambience noise. We can morph it, so it's more like vinyl thing-ish. And yeah, and the wobble, just gonna wobble a bit, add some morph to it. Good. Now that we have this on, now what I'm gonna do is add this Corpus, also an Ableton stock plugin, and this one emulates some material that is resonating. I'll show that in a second. You have the LFO here. We can set the amount of that LFO, and you also have the shapes. You have these different shapes, and the rate of how that LFO is gonna, how fast it's gonna go. And then an interesting thing is the tune here. So we can actually just set the key to whatever. Let's just turn on the echo here. And I'm not playing. I'm not pressing space or anything to actually play back the sound. We're just turning on the echo here. So now, you see, now it has some resonating effect to it, which is actually pretty cool. And we can start choosing different materials here. We have also marimba, and we can start messing around with the decay in the material here. String is pretty cool, I think. Let's stick with that for now, actually. Let's go down to, wow. Let's stay with C1 or something like that. So the spread down here is actually spreading, so the left will be lower pitched and the right will be a bit higher pitch. And then we have the inharmonics. And the brightness. And how much of string do we want? Medium, basic, a few, full. I'm gonna stick with basic for now. And this listening left and right is like the distance of the actual sound source. If we crank it, then it's going further away. Here's close. And the same with the right channel here. And the hit is how hard are we hitting this material? So now it's a constant tone. So it's easier to hear when you have some sounds with short decay, like fast attack sounds. But anyway, this Corpus here also have a built-in filter here with a built-in limiter. So this when this is blinking, it's limiting the signal, because resonating sounds can go crazy actually. Okay, so now that we have that, what we can do now is to go here and add Resonators. And yeah, Resonators is a cool thing. So we have filter section here with the frequency of that filter, and we have the low pass, the high pass, and whatever we wanna, the band pass and whatever we wanna use for this. I'm just gonna stick with the low pass for now. And here we have the decay time of these resonators. So the first resonator here is doing is shifting the key. Just turn it on. But here you can actually let's say we want a major chord for this one. 4, 7, 11, and 14. That should be the major chord. And now we can mess about with the note here. Okay, so now when we have that, actually I'm just gonna add compressor to this channel here, so it's not going crazy. Just something like that. So an interesting thing we can do to this sound is to add LFO to create some movement to the parameters down here. So let's add an LFO. I'm just gonna drag it over here to the echo, because now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna map the LFO to the left delay time, and now you can see what it's doing. I'm just gonna add another one to the right one. And we can also add an LFO to the morph in the noise section here. So it's creating a lot of movement to the sound as well. I'm just gonna put it back to stereo for this now. Yeah, I'm just gonna tweak the knobs a bit here, so to create an interesting sound that we can work further on with. So yeah, I'm also gonna add a reverb for this one. I'm gonna choose the one that I like most, and this is the Black Hole from Event Side. So let's listen to that one. 1 second. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So another cool trick for this channel here will be the if we add an LFO to the Corpus tune here. This will, let's see. So we can really start to come up with some interesting things just by messing around with the Resonators, the Corpus tune here, add an LFO to that, mess around with it, and mess around with the left and the right channel of the echo, and add movement to the sound with LFOs to the morph down here in the noise section. And yeah, just find your right harmonic sounds with the Resonators as well. And yeah, and I'm using the black hole reverb for this one because it has so many different presets in it that I really like to mess around with. But yeah, you can obviously just choose your own favorite reverb for that purpose. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked, please like the video and consider to subscribe to the channel as well. So yeah, see you in the next one.